Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We are the SpiffyNeedleGeeks. I am your host, Danny.
Naughty Dog!
I've got BJ and Ryan with me for the second half of the double feature. So not only am I playing Tomb Raider, we're going to do a compare and contrast with Uncharted. So this is the Nathan Drake collection from the PlayStation 4. And, the Nathan Drake collection is 1, 2, and 3. I'm actually in the middle of playing 4 right now at the time of this recording, and I immediately planned on going into Lost Legacy afterwards, because, god damn it, I fucking love Uncharted.
Also, yes. I gotta say, the title, the game company title Naughty Dog is very awful. There is no such thing as a naughty dog. Dogs are all pure.
Okay.
God damn it. So literal. God damn. Anyway. Yeah, it's sad for me to say this. I know I have mentioned multiple times that I have like a backlog of video games. The Uncharted collection, this is part of it. I bought this collection when it was on sale for like $20. I have yet to touch it.
I played as Nathan Drake once or twice in PlayStation All-Stars.
Oh god.
Yeah. Look forward to that when we're done with this game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
That's it. I know nothing about Uncharted. Well, a little bit, because since Nathan Drake wasn't a death battle against Lara Croft, actually. So.
Yes.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
But
hence why I did this as a double feature, because it's really difficult to talk about one without bringing up the other in some way, shape, or form.
So it'll be fun.
Right.
It'll be fun for us, especially like I don't know, Ryan. Did you ever play Tomb Raider?
Oh, I played the first Tomb Raider reboot by Square Enix and such, and I know I've seen one of my cousins play a little bit of Tomb Raider 2, but that's it. That's all the experience I've had with Tomb Raider.
Okay, so that said, it'll be a fun experience, with myself and Ryan being able to compare the two games blindly.
Yeah. Also, I haven't seen, the extent of the 3 Uncharted games in action before. However, when it comes to Uncharted 4, I know I've seen, a full playthrough of that. From the guys over at Achievement Hunter. But that's essentially all the experience that I've had when it comes to Uncharted.
You can't defile an empty coffin.
Wow, you're fucking plot holes.
Wait, hold on a minute, darling. There's these letters on the chest. Let's see, hold up. D-I-O.
God damn it, Ryan! Stardust Crusaders definitely would have planned out very differently if it was Nathan Drake who found Dio.
Wait, you know what I love? The fact that right when you said that, right when you made that joke, Ryan, Nathan Drake went, "You devil." That was some pretty excellent timing right there.
I'm gonna have to edit a joke in there at some point.
Yes. Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Danny, here's what you do: isolate that one clip of Nathan Drake saying that, and just use that whenever we have in the future, whenever we have coincidences like that.
Just going, "You devil."
Yeah, kind of like in the Kingdom Hearts and Super Game Brothers Kingdom Hearts 2 Let's Play, where they isolated Roxas yelling "Shut up!" for a lot of whenever they brought up dumb plot holes and shit about the story.
Oh my
yeah.
Oh my god, that is so great.
Point and shoot, right?
Good girl.
Oh my god. It's funny. It's funny how they phrase that about a gun being like a camera, because my work as a photographer, they've literally told me, okay, I know the term is technically correct, but you guys do need to stop saying that you're going to be shooting the children.
Hey guys, check out my new camera. Oh wait,
yeah, well, it's
camera?
but let alone it's point and shoot, right? It's like anyone who's ever, fired a weapon can easily tell you it's not the same. There's way more to handling a gun compared to a camera.
Yeah.
Say cheese, motherfucker.
Wait, Sully from Monsters Inc?
Nani?
No. No, I know
Alright,
I know who Sully is. I'm just being dumb.
Oh,
Anyway, so this is basically the training stage, if you want to call it that. So, unlike in Tomb Raider, where it's like, oh, we have a whole mode that we can actually, get used to the controls on our own time, it's like, nope. Uncharted, this is one of those games where as soon as the game boots up, they pretty much tell you all your actions as you go along.
Instead of training in a fancy-ass mansion, we're training on this raggedy-ass boat.
Yeah, really. Okay, so then, as far as, plot goes, pretty much, Nathan Drake here, he is the descendant of Sir Francis Drake. And, this coffin that they just pulled out of the ocean, supposedly was Sir Francis's coffin, because he was buried out at sea, but since they pulled it up, and it's like, oh, there's no body here, instead there's, this little diary. And, this is where Nathan is like, this is the clue that I'm looking for. So, this is pretty much, how this game is starting out. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but on the front of Nate and Elena's swimwear, you'll notice the word Otzel.
That sounds like a certain Mr. Daxter that we all know and love, kind of.
Yeah. Yep, it's a Jak and Daxter reference.
Yeah. That also said, I know this is a tutorial section, but question: your friend there, your blonde-haired friend there, can she die in this sequence? And is it okay? About to say, 'cause that'd be some bullshit if she could die, and that'd be like a game over if she did.
No. Your AI companions, they do not die. It's pretty much game over if you die.
Okay, good. So it's less Resident Evil 4 and more and more Last of Us. Good.
Yeah. That being said, another thing, you kind of briefly saw it. The way they handle damage in this game. Like in Tomb Raider, you have a health bar. In Uncharted, when you see that your screen starts going gray, then now you're taking damage. If you notice your entire screen's gone grayscale, take cover and just wait until the color comes back, and you're good to go.
I had everything under control until they blew up the boat.
Who was Sully's voice actor?
Nothing that years of therapy won't fix.
Oh, off the top of my head, I do not recall, but
He sounds super fucking familiar.
Flattery will get you
oh, this is actually one of the best things about the Uncharted series, in my opinion, is the acting, the script writing. It's all top notch. I mean, Naughty Dog, they even went out of their way to do a motion capture for this series. To try to get the the interactions of the characters as close to real as you possibly can, and it really does show. This is, I think, actually one of the better examples of incorporating motion capture in a video game. So it's to me, this is the best part of Uncharted. I mean, it's the gameplay is fun, but I mean, I could just sit and listen to these guys talk for hours because they have great conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Drake.
Also, I would just like to point out that if memory serves, this is Troy Baker voices Nathan Drake throughout the series.
Yeah. AKA Mr. Deadpool, I think, right?
No, that's Nolan North.
No. Wait, who am I thinking of? Never mind. Sorry. Ignore me. I am wrong. I am super wrong. That also said, I like that little bring up. They said Sir Francis faked his death. He must still be alive. Oh wait.
Yes.
That's kind of a moot point. That sure, he may have faked his death back then, but I doubt he's still alive. I mean,
Nate, just pretend for a minute that I don't
Right.
really care about any of that stuff and cut to the chase, would you?
Man only interested in the climax. He must be a real hit with the ladies.
Never had any complaints.
Okay then.
Oh!
Again, I love the dialogue in this game.
Sully's already my favorite.
Sully's great. He's got some of the best one-liners in this series.
Now you're interested, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
unfortunately,
Sully, you sly
last page
dog.
was torn out.
El Dorado,
I'm telling you, Sully.
the magnificent.
This is
Oh
finally
god,
it.
that's a
Oh
Yep,
fuck! I
so-
forgot how the rest of the song went.
years.
I love
Yeah,
that
but-
movie.
We got one
Yeah,
more
but
problem.
yep, that is the treasure that we are going after in this game. We are going after El Dorado.
No, that's why we have insurance, right?
He gets there. Laura Croft's already there. Fuck!
God damn it!
Oh no, the camera.
Yes,
No, the
yes, sorry,
camera's
love.
fine. Don't worry about
You're
the
too
camera.
slow.
No. Still as good as new.
Sully, the girl can hold her own. You should have seen her.
What's even her
You
name?
go on out there and you
Elena.
We just found the
Okay.
lost city of gold.
I wasn't sure if we actually got her name yet or not.
Come on.
Yeah, Elena Fisher.
You trust
Okay.
me?
More or less.
Good. Because we're going to have every two-bit scumbag in the world racing us to this treasure unless we cut her loose right now.
You're a real
Ever
gentleman,
since
Sully.
pirates from all over the world sailed towards the Grand Line, searching for El
I
Dorado.
don't care for over budget. I mean, do you
Oh,
realize
goddamn
this could be like the biggest story of the year? Hi. No, I don't trust him, okay? That's why we need to move fast. So just get me the camera crew, and I promise you that
Later, fucker! She dives and just swims after them.
No, Elena, swim after it.
So is she Nathan Drake's eventual love interest, or is she a one-time?
No, she's pretty much the love interest.
Okay, so she's in the rest of the series.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, she is.
No, guys, you got it wrong. It's the road to El Dorado, not the search for El Dorado.
I'm not as
So they have to search for the road of El Dorado.
Yeah, they're trying to find the road. You're right.
You weren't thrilled with that little farm immediately, but were you?
Well, that was different. Although I must admit, equally as strenuous.
Well, hang in there, old timer. We're just about there.
Don't worry, Nathan. According to Danny, since Sully is an AI partner, he's fine. He's invincible.
Oh, yeah. So if I ever need you to be my meat shield, I'll let you know.
Yeah, just stand in front of me, Sully. You'll be fine. That's what I always think about when I played Last of Us. I just hid behind Ellie. Take all the bullets from me.
And now I know how that Sonic and Tails guys are.
Alright. So with that said, while we're, just kind of wandering around here and everything, so right away, I think you can clearly see drastic difference in gameplay with Uncharted compared to Tomb Raider. Because, Tomb Raider, while, yes, there is a set path that you need to go, it's still, each area is still very big and it offers a lot of exploration. Uncharted kind of isn't like that. I mean, yes, there are some straight paths that you can take that may lead to, some bonus treasures that you can pick up, but, other than that, this is a very much a linear game. I mean, there's clearly one path to go, and that's pretty much it. And Tomb Raider is more focused on exploration and puzzles first, combat second.
Yeah.
Uncharted, I will say, is the opposite. It's, going from set piece to set piece, combat first, with the occasional puzzle thrown in between. So, we kind of got a little bit of a reversal in between these games.
Okay. Also, I gotta ask, why the hell is Nathan so fucking dirty? Meanwhile, Sully still really still looks like he just got out of the shower.
I don't know.
So he's constantly scrubbing himself while they're out trying
Yeah,
to find the
like,
treasure.
what you don't see is while off screen he just has a soap and rag with him at all times. Like, don't mind me. Gotta look good for the ladies.
While Nathan's not looking, he's just quickly cleaning himself off, and then when Nate turns around, he's like all smart.
he hides it in his hammer space real quick.
Yes.
Damn, Sully, how do you do it?
Nothing yet.
Trade secret, my buddy.
And it turns out to be an Old Spice commercial.
Oh my god. Old Spice.
Okay. But,
There's something funny about the ground down there.
yep, so whenever you hit the up button, it pretty much gives you, a little hint as to, alright, this is what you need to do, you just gotta figure it out, but it will provide a little bit of a hint.
We gotta find a way to smash
So-
through this.
It
So it's
looked
like, okay, so there's hollow ground, and thank you.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you, Overwatch. I don't even remember what the fuck it was downloading.
also
I've had this recorded for a while. I don't remember what the hell this was. What what it was installing, like if it was a new character or anything. Like,
Also,
I don't know.
From that perspective, when Nathan was looking down at Sully, it looked like for a second there you were controlling Sully.
I was not controlling Sully. That was just computer AI.
Well, yeah, I got that after a bit, like offhand, that's what it looked like initially.
Oh, okay.
Well, from that angle, it looks like it's like if Nathan Drake was trying to be on a show on the Discovery Channel. It's like, if you have a close look down below, we see a wild Sully in his natural habitat.
See, Nathan, you're still lame. If you want to be cool, you should have punched it like Chris.
Alrighty. Yeah, so I guess, like, some backstory and everything, like, some history about Uncharted, like, you know, because I sadly did not play Uncharted when it was first released on the PlayStation 3, because, well, I didn't have a PlayStation 3 at the time. But, so, you know, Nathan Drake Collection, first exposure to the Uncharted series. But I do remember when it was, like, first announced and everything, like, you know, because Naughty Dog, they announced, alright, we're working on something new, and, you know, nobody knew what they were expecting and everything. And then when it was revealed, okay, we're working on an action title, and this is coming from a company that was always doing platformers and shit. A lot of people had their doubts, actually, when Uncharted was first announced. I mean, even to the point, like, even when they first saw, like, the basic concept of the game, apparently a lot of people were so quick to write Uncharted off, they even called it Dude Raider. You know, because they pretty much said, oh, they're just trying to do Tomb Raider, but with a dude, you know, oh, whoop-de fucking shit. But then Uncharted came out, and people played it and were like, oh my god, this is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know my buddy Justin. He is really into the Uncharted series.
Yeah, hence why I say, you know, it is difficult to talk about Uncharted without bringing up Tomb Raider, you know, just simply because a lot of people were already unfairly making that comparison and were pretty much ready to write it off and everything until Uncharted kind of proved itself. But it's like, yeah, if you look at Tomb Raider now with the reboots and everything, I mean, that series has been redone and rebooted so many times. If you look at its current incarnation, yeah, they are totally ripping off the Uncharted formula. It's like, it's very, very obvious. I mean, it's like, I played the Tomb Raider reboot before this, so I was just like, to me, I was just approaching it as like, you know, okay, this is just something new. It's clearly not classic Tomb Raider, but it's certainly not bad. But having now played Uncharted and looking back on it, I was like, oh yeah, that's, it's so weird that it's like, yeah, Tomb Raider actually, like, influenced Uncharted only for Tomb Raider to go and rip off Uncharted. It's like, what the hell is that shit?
Goddamn, I'm sorry, Danny, but I saw, like, you know, how Nathan, you know, turned that stone piece of art into a bridge. And, like, what was funny was, I saw that art initially, and I was actually looking at it, I was like, oh, it looks pretty cool. And then he immediately turns into a bridge, and now I'm just thinking of that scene in Atlantis, where, like, Milo was, like, admiring that giant piece of architecture made by the Atlanteans, only for Vinny to immediately blow it up and turn it into a bridge. It's like, hey, look, I made a bridge! It took me, like, what, 2 seconds? Right.
Oh my god.
I think, that wasn't he Italian? I think that's what he sounded like.
Oh god, that's a good question.
Hey, look, I made a bridge.
It's been years since I've seen Atlantis.
I need to watch that. I know a lot of people don't like it. I love that movie. I need to watch it again.
It's like, I remembered it coming out. I just thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't nearly as bad as people were making it out to be, but it wasn't one of the greats either. At least, you know, that was the impression I got out of it.
Kind of one of those weird things where it's like, when I was a kid, when I watched that movie, my favorite character was always Mole. You know, when I watched it again when I was older, I think my favorite character now is Sweet.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, here's another weird little, a little quirk with this game. So, if you touch the, little, like, what do you call it? The touchpad that's on the, PlayStation controller and everything, that actually pulls up this diary that, you know, we picked up in the empty coffin and everything. That diary basically is your cheat sheet. So if you ever get somewhere and you're like, oh, okay, I don't know what the hell to do with this puzzle and everything, just pull up the diary and it will flat out tell you what the fuck to do.
That's actually I like that kind of mechanic. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's obviously, important to the plot. That diary is pretty much what instigates this whole journey to begin with. But, they still integrate it in a way where it's like, you don't need to use it, but it's nice to have.
Right.
I like that. That's pretty clever.
Oh, yeah.
And there we go.
Nice.
That said, I was saying, Dr. Sweet is the best character ever. Everyone should love Dr. Sweet. And if you hate Dr. Sweet, I hate you.
Wait. Which one was Dr. Sweet again?
The doctor, the big guy.
I died.
What the hell?
Oh. my legs!
That was like a 10-foot drop, Nathan, you wimp!
Yeah.
You have... It's like, my god, you're just as fragile as Abe!
Yeah, so,
From Abe's Odyssey.
fortunately, yeah, when you die, it just brings you right back to, where you last died and everything. So, it's like, no harm, no foul. Now, I'm not really showing this off in the Tomb Raider Let's Play, but it's like, because of the structure of Tomb Raider where everything is level-based, it's like, yeah, if you die in Tomb Raider, you pretty much load your game either from where you last saved at the checkpoint, or if you didn't save it at a checkpoint, you're starting to level over again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so,
Well done.
Uncharted is far more forgiving than Tomb Raider when it comes to death.
That said, Ryan, to help remind you who Sweet was, here, I'm gonna need you to fill these up.
Oh, okay. You know what? I don't know why. For some reason, I keep thinking of oh god, what was it? He was that one character that when our main protagonist first met him in this bunker, he made some imaginary army of dirt or something.
That's Mole. That's who I was talking about. That's Mole.
That was it.
He was I think he was the geologist.
Yeah. It's God, I don't know why I kept thinking of that guy.
No, Sweet is the doctor.
Yeah, the one who made that.
Audrey, don't tell him. You shouldn't have told me, but you did. But now I'm telling you. You don't want to know.
Hey, I got soap, and I'm not afraid to use it.
There you go. Best character. Do not steal. Anyway.
Yes.
And this is love. Definitely steal his love. But yeah, I am noticing that, this game does look a little bit more railroady. Tomb Raider to an extent looked like it was railroady, but it looked a little more spacious. Kind of giving off, I guess, the impression that it was a little more explorative. Here, it's literally
it's very much
What do you make of this?
yeah, one path, but it's there are the occasional puzzles and everything, of course, but part of it is it's far more focused on let's go from set to set, whether it's going from puzzle room to puzzle room, or maybe it's going from a puzzle room to an action set piece, and it's in the beginning, you are going to see, we are going to be getting a lot more puzzles and everything, probably within, the first, 2 videos. It's really not until, part 3 of this Let's Play is really when the combat starts coming into play. And once the combat comes into play, well, then it's pretty much, the majority of the time, it's, okay, go to the next area, clear out waves of baddies, go to the next area, clear out the next wave of baddies, it becomes one of those types of games.
Now, my question is, are they really baddies, or are they just other people trying to find the treasure that they're looking for?
I mean, you will see, they are very much
pirates.
baddies.
Alrighty then. That'd be some shit. That would be some shit though, if there were just other people trying to find El Dorado too, and Nathan is you have to kill them so
there's
you can
other
find
people
it first.
that are looking for El Dorado. It's just Nate and company, they're the good guys. Even though they are
They're the
thieves,
protagonists.
there's nobody looking for El Dorado with a clear conscience or anything.
Oh, right. Nathan Drake's also a thief. Just another character for me to add to the make a thief persona for Persona 5 kind of character thief guy.
But yeah, so that's that's
a live stream of it.
This actually kind of brings up I guess whenever I hear people even talk about, like, you know, like video game movies and everything, like, Uncharted, I think, is one that could easily be done. Because, I mean, it's like, my god, we have National Treasure movies, and, you know, Uncharted is just an... I kind of like the National Treasure movies, just because, I mean, they're goofy, fun adventures, and it's like, I like a goofy, fun adventure every now and again, and, you know, and Uncharted is along similar lines, but a little bit more hardcore. That being said, though, it's like, as much as I would think, like, oh, that would be so much fun to watch, and it should be easy to adapt, but then I remember, oh, right, it's a video game movie. Nobody knows how to make those good.
You know, actually, thinking about it now, like, now that you brought up, like, how video game movies have turned out to be, like how they have been in recent years.
Looks like there's a ladder
I
to the
remember
side.
years ago,
Wait here while I
back
check it out.
when everybody was going on about a supposed
careful.
Halo movie being made. You know, I am not gonna lie, I'm actually really glad that they have yet to make an official
Hey,
Halo
watch your step
movie.
down there.
Like, as of yet.
They certainly made a lot of toys for children, which still fucking baffles me. Why are they making children's toys of an M-rated game? That's always so weird to me. I don't know. That said, I do also want to ask, speaking of National Treasure, are we really so fucking flawed as a country where if something were to happen to the Declaration of Independence, like it were to get destroyed, all of the laws that were written on it would be null and void?
I would highly doubt that would be the case. It would just be like, you know, I mean, you would lose a very important historical artifact for our country, but to say that, you know, oh no, we can't do it anymore. Well, for one thing, the Declaration of Independence, for one thing, it's just the document that declared our independence from England. It's not our laws. That's the Constitution. So, I mean, that's where it's like, yeah, God forbid if something happened to the Declaration of Independence, I mean, it would certainly suck, because like I said, that's a very important historical artifact for our country, but, you know, in the long run, it would be like, yeah, no, it wouldn't have that much of an effect or anything. It's like, you know, something happens to the Constitution, that's a completely different story. Alright. Yeah.
I feel like
So, apparently,
oh my god, DeviantArt.
Yeah, so in this game, you if you see like little shiny glowy things on the ground, you can pick those up. Those are just random little treasures that you can find like all throughout the game, and pretty much the treasures, they act as unlockables. And, you know, actually one of the cool things about Uncharted is if you manage to unlock, as you unlock treasures, basically think of these as like your old school like cheat codes and shit. Like you can unlock like, you know, alternate outfits and everything, but it's like you can also unlock different modes and such. Like one of the things that I actually haven't played around with too much, but I think like one of the cosmetic modes that you can unlock in this game is what is known as Donut Drake. And it's literally, you just play, and Nathan Drake is like 300 pounds. So it's like, yeah.
All right.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, he's
Sonic
just this
XL?
fat guy just, you know, jumping around and doing all this crazy, like, shit that he does, like climbing on walls and shit, but now he's 300 pounds.
This looks safe.
That is something that you can unlock in this game.
Oh, no, oh, yo. It all makes sense. Now I can fully understand why they had Nathan Drake be a part of a Subway commercial. Oh my god, it all came full circle.
Well, Ryan, to be fair, Subway's rather healthy. It just depends on the sandwich you get.
No, that's my point. He at one point he was Donut Drake for a while, so he decided to become a sponsor for Subway so he could lose all that weight again.
After that, we'd better be.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good way to look at that. Also, I gotta say, that last scene, that scene before where Nathan used the exploding barrels to blow up the door. You know, Nathan, it would have been nice to at least make sure that Sully wasn't like, you know, leaning against the door or something, or close to it or anything. It's like, stand back, Sully!
The temple must have been built around this.
What? Boom!
I'm
Sully!
Sit back, Sully. I'm gonna do a thing.
statue.
A huge gold
Just from
statue.
looking at these
And
little
look here,
pieces of
these
dirt,
people
it's like,
are
gold!
worshipping the damn thing. At least, I think they're people.
Hey, there could be aliens from another planet for all I know.
Dorado,
Or they
the
get,
Golden Man.
or they can be two dorks from
Sorry,
Spain.
It wasn't a city of gold. It was this. It was a
El
golden
Dorado!
The magnificent.
That thing would be worth now.
Look over here.
1,000 years
Spanish
ago,
directed out a cut log.
El Dorado, El Dorado.
So the treasure's
This is gonna be we're gonna be bringing up this movie a lot this Let's Play. Sorry, folks.
More so, you're probably gonna be doing that, because again,
Probably.
I have not seen that movie in fucking years.
Well,
Like-
neither have I, but I still fucking love it. That movie was, pardon my pun, that movie was gold.
Alright.
but
But yeah,
you
so
nice.
yeah,
You
so
devil.
before we close out and everything, so that bit at the very end, this actually ties into the actual legend of El Dorado here. Cause yeah, when you think of El Dorado, the common legend is that this was like a massive empire made of gold and everything. Yeah, that's actually complete bullshit. So this is actually not something that is just made up specifically for this game. According to like the history that would actually devolve into the legend, there was I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what the guy's name is. I'll fact check it and I'll put it up on the screen and everything. But the legend goes was that El Dorado, like Nathan Drake said, is known as the Golden Man. So this was actually like an ancient ruler or something that I think it was like upon his death and everything. Like yeah. I don't remember if maybe he was like buried with gold or something. Like, again, I'll fact check it later because I'm having a brain fart right now. But the term El Dorado, meaning the Golden Man, it actually references a specific person. How we went from referencing one person to a city to a fucking empire, I have no earthly clue. But yeah, that's essentially what's going on here in Uncharted. So yeah, El Dorado, it's not a city of gold, it's actually a golden idol, or at least that's what they are suspecting that it is. Yep, so, you know, it's kind of interesting, like, you know, this is another one of those, like, little quirks about this game and everything, and it's like, because I remembered after playing Uncharted, I actually went on, like, Wikipedia, because I was real curious, saying, like, alright, just how accurate is this? Like, did they actually, like, pull some of this from, like, the legends and historical facts, or are they just making this shit up as they go? And, you know, to be quite honest, a lot of the stuff, not just in this game, but just in the entire series, they actually stay very accurate to the myths, or even the historical facts that led to the myths. So it's like, you know, yeah, man, kudos to you, Naughty Dog, for doing your homework.
Right?
That said, to answer your question about how the translations went from, you know, from a man to a city to an empire, I got one word, and that it, or two words actually, and that is Chinese
Okay.
whispers.
Alrighty.
Uh-huh.
I hope you know-
so
I hope
with
you know
that,
what that is,
so
but
with
okay.
that
Anyway.
said, join us in part 2. We will continue following the path to where this idol has gone.